Me did yanyante chua, and maybe I'm discovered for you, Pakuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. Tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Eye easy, eye convenient, eye fast, and sounds so ye free. Won't ya she? Me discover ye mapim. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app no ever mobile phone so free. Nefesi kakomu Busia for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
At this stage, we also want to look at something in our industry we call social responsibility. And this is what I mean by social responsibility. Say, artist be, celebrity be, organization be, entity be, and a company be. Ono aye na adwuma na wanya ne sika. Ono aye na adwuma na ebia wanya ne faso na okase oh. Enfaso manya idie. Me so me di bi ma oma megidi se omuhia. Ana faso manya idie na me sika manya idie. Me so me di bi ye adoye. E de ama omo hwema adwuma ni bi ana mo di machi. Now, over the years, we have seen so many celebrities doing some of these things. Obi were doing the birthday, obi know why organization be, or free orphanage homes be, no akwache be. Obi were doing the birthday, no hitting the streets of Accra, no akwaye donation kakra. Not long ago, Black Sheriff. I think say Odini birthday we and yes Odini birthday we and I'll call Accra Regional Hospital send a friend of the Ridge Hospital or call Oma Ba Hospital my bell our muntimintia or Mocano or muntimintia or bills no or could you tell Muna a bills the momo one fat then sa uncle pine or some pay baby count and not the coach. So beautiful. All these things are part of it. Now in the industry we've been observing something. And this is about Shatta Wale to be specific. Charles Niama Mensah. Say, send a young be a while, be a yearly, the birthday be no I barco, be a project be no I barco. Shatta Wale has been doing something, and we are here asking ourselves, should we see it as his social responsibility or not? What has he been doing? Anytime Obepi Aquabon team bia, I nipa do ho biano, Ubehu na or Tusikama a month for sa. And yes, say, or call a cram wompo, and or becon and nipa bodumpim wa, or trinity nasika bundles. No way, you know, too good na man forces. Crobia or because to be a baby, or call Brecum, and they say through the township of Brecum, Ojina Castle, not or Tusikana man forces or call Takrade, and also through the busy streets of Takrade, or Tusikama man for work to me or Bandums and not their service as a unquaje. Na kodi na say ya kokuma say how come put there is na ehu ya ko KGT market e be for chabo be for PZ
dum
no ya dum oh okay and
PZ ye building na esi wona no na money
how na PZ no oh okay and how KGT and how nya KGT
how ye
adum oh okay
KGT be bia na in statue
ni one say won say go fa ozo oh okay
enye KGT
then
KGT
okay enti yako kumasin company say na aye hu yenam PZ say de chemo kan yenam KGT yenam adum he yetusika na mrewa enkokora emrantie ebitimi to mo say sin as a goalkeeper coach ball no mo say skin. So I'm asking that act of Shatta Wale also, should we consider it as his social responsibility? Because send a medical kind no so adwuma wa ye ne fa so wonya na on nam street no so na ochiche bia ye call kuma simple station back call say Abranti be friend Ojo Mensu ono de wa follow football they know him na ye call nchira FM na Ojo hu Shatta Wale na o boss Shatta Wale mrane osa the Shatta Wale tuska gunetisa na bia no so osi Mensu etana ya tuska gunetisa. So I'm asking, like, the big question is this his kind of social responsibility? And me producer are combining some of an MRA YAB. Yan konan ko have videos na fe ba. Yemi en komonim. Cause AB po na wa o hwe wa chesika bia mo nya bida. AB a wa o hwe oni mo bia Shatta Wale sika wa che emri bi. Nso nya obi hu obi so wa kopie bi wo so. Yan consider it say is that his social responsibility? I don't know so yes say dey bi obepie bia sika. Let's go watch it. When I come back, we open up the conversation. Oh, Joe Mason and Nidia chat to a crowd. So we all saw it from different streets here in Ghana. Shatta Wale Namabontina ne Ochesika says so we are asking. Send you been so ne birthday bedroom no akoto and there might be no their common orphanage be or their hospital be or their common nipa bi omuhiano. Should we classify this as his social responsibility? I know say why is any money be that our toto any money be our prisons be that maybe cry or check size books be or baby. Yeah, oh why but ye fancy ye for we so can the social responsibility. Adam, I know you be on the washer that's here corporate social responsibility on sense party. Ye fan starting now. We are also better our game be and Talam Kukra. Now obet send messages so about same way. Adam, yanko na
corporate social responsibility basically is like showing concern for the sustainability of a society. But most of the times, you know, what happens is when you talk about corporate social responsibility, people look at the last part, which is there is a pyramid which we call the Carroll pyramid of CSR. People look at the last part of the pyramid, which is at the peak which we call philanthropy or corporate philanthropy, corporate donation. The parts now you could give in, but corporate social responsibility goes beyond that philanthropy. If you look at the Carroll pyramid now, the base of the pyramid, which is the bigger one, it starts with economic responsibility. Now, the economic responsibility is that as an organization or a brand, you should be able to, put a certain value on yourself, put your internal mechanisms to work so that you can be able to make profit and stay in business. Now, what happens is that when you are making profit, you've put in value on yourself, internally, you are able to pay your staff, give them a certain remuneration, and they will also in turn take care of their family. So, Obia Weshian CSR Kwabeka will say, paying your staff consistently on time and wages is a form of CSR.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so like you are an organization. If you do not pay those staff, you don't give them a safe environment to work.
Right, okay.
How do you make more money to go and give out? You understand? So, the base of it is the economic responsibility. You need to ensure that you are placing value on yourself. So, as an artist, he's been able to place a certain value on himself. He's been able to incentivize the staff he's working with so that his brand can grow. And based on that, he will become economic viable, get a lot of money, sustain his brand, and when the profit comes, he give out. Then it doesn't end there. From economic responsibility, we move to the legal responsibility.
Okay.
When it comes to the legal responsibility, which forms part of the CSR, the organization, you need to know that you are operating within the realm of regulations, laws. So maybe there is a certain license you need to pay as an artist. You have to pay your tax.
Okay.
When you are playing shows, money is coming. How are you paying your tax? How are you respecting the laws? So if he's economically responsible, legally responsible, then it goes to the ethical responsibility. And it is very key. In all of this channel, or all of this pyramid, ethics run through how to be ethically responsible. So if you're an organization and your activities are hampering the growth of the environment, and at the end of the day, you pick money and go and donate.
So let me do this. So what we are seeseeing on the screen is Emra Shatta Wale activation of Neshagzi.
Yeah.
Na and also to chase kasa. Enti onipa baako a na odi akiri ono sika onyaani. Ena waba na wabe kona ne ho na ne all kind of fast or yes sales. Or yes sales. And he says ono nko that day no Shatta toto ye no. The ono nko atimi nya and it say unua kwhye kona ho a all kind of me producer Facebook data e copy it so does hey na onko munyi de da hodi mo na manfo ni hey onko sika onya eni hey onko that day I remember Shagzi activation onko faswa onya eni and da no we di loto onko no yeah.
So there is the ethical responsibility. Where just today there was a news item that Mamibia or Yeshito Kofoidia or the vegetables are saying or court are sentencing. Ethics, professional and that ethics you need to follow. Into why Yeshito waka koton. What the new man saying na you? Munyam fasona waka kote and fasona. That is not corporate social responsibility because who sit on bit me man So ethically, how is the person doing? How is he running about the ethics of his profession? Is he doing well? Then finally, because he has been able to go through this, the economic responsibility required. Then legal responsibility required. Ethical responsibility, at times it is required, at times it's expected.
Okay.
Then you go to the final part, which is the corporate donation or philanthropy. That one is expected.
Okay.
It's an expectation the public have of you.
Okay.
So they expect that since you have more, you give out. So that one you get to that point and you decide to give. It is giving back. And when it is giving back and a philanthropy, definitely it is a form of social responsibility, because it means that whatever you have gained through this channel, being economic responsible, legally responsible, ethically responsible, you have been able to donate. Because if you didn't motivate your people to be profitable, it wouldn't have gotten to this last point of donating. So if you look at the pyramid, Carol pyramid of CSR, you can see that he has gone through all of this. When he went there, he didn't break any rule there, he didn't disrespect authorities there. I mean, he was legal responsible and ethically responsible, and he decided to give back. Giving back, though this can also be expressed as showmanship, that is another part of importance of corporate social, the image. Image. Organizations want to, have a certain brand perception, they want to have a certain image, so they do it. And that is the kind of brand equity. This is what attracts things to Shatta Wale brand. Shatta Wale's brand. That importance is that anytime people hear that you are coming to a community,
they run to you.
There is that attachment. They will run to you. So this makes you business viable, commercially viable, because organizations know that if I go and pick Shatta Wale and I take him to Agona Suedro, if I take him for activation in Kasua, Asama, a lot of people will troop there because he's been able to build this equity for himself. That is attraction he's been able to. So this importance, it brings you a certain importance of commercial viability, because organizations know that when we come and pick you, you can attract the crowd for us because of doing this for yourself. So this is a good thing. Another aspect that it brings is that it makes your fans fall in love with you and energize them to work hard for you. So he has done it in Kumasi, he's been doing it in Accra, he's done it in Takrade. It is energizing his base that this man, if we help him to get that millions of streams to make money, if we help him to work all the shows to get money, at the end of the day, he will give us back. So we need to go all out for him, to succeed, because when he succeeds, he will give us back. So, it's energize your base to work harder for you. And clearly, that is the kind of brand, loyalty, brand, trust he's been able to build for himself. And it's very good for him. But one aspect too that we need to be very cautious about is security. They need to pay attention to security, because in Ipabone ewoho. So anytime you always do this. So the Nipabone will think that anytime this guy is moving, he's moving with money. And recently we saw how people were attacking volume banks, because they know that volume banks have money. So if we're able to track it down, we can get money from it. So if you move with money, you know it attracts criminals. So internally, he needs to set up his security well. Externally, okay, you are going to Kumasi, you call the security, okay, we are coming to Kumasi, we are using this road, so please, be on the guide for us. Then you build your internal security. Do you have some bulletproofs around? The even safety of the car, because it can also attract that. And so aside everything, this is a form of CSR. It's a good thing. It has its positives, but we need to be careful about security.
Beautiful presentation, Edem Mesa Chotome. That was a beautiful submission. I've loved every bit of it. Let's go on to Roland. Also back to our Gimby. My own sake of what we so sending messages, but remember my Mary did message now. Be a phone line now on Swatch. But I think Edem has set the tone right for this discussion, and of course he admits it is a corporate or it's a social responsibility. But my advice then so the car in terms of security and all those things. That is a point I'm in here, but I think it's a serious point. Yes, Roland.
Yeah, that's social responsibility at a work space name, and this is not the first time we are seeing. Obiane quite of us or the Adoye movie. We have some people not long ago, Black Sheriff Etekia nkrofo mo akọwo mo ntimi ntua
Yeah.
eno kotua mo who would have thought say senka yakasi yenchusu Papa Black Sheriff Beye, even in his career and Panka, this is the tangent that he would go. Some people would also choose to meet people even in their close quarters and do some of these generosities to them, and it is also part of the social responsibility. Some people will also set up foundations and all that. Let's not kid ourselves. Yes, there are some people who will do some of these social responsibility for good reasons, to help people. Because I always say that on the ladder or the race between the rich and the poor, say if some of these gestures don't happen, the rich will continue to be rich and the poor will continue to be poor. That is how it will be. But it will only take some of these gestures to take certain form of poor people out of that situation to transform their lives. It is like that. Somebody probably out of the helps that somebody has given him can also motivate him to also push himself up the ladder in order to also reciprocate that same gesture to even another person down there. These people probably who are probably like the Shatta Wales and the like, who are doing some of these gestures, sometimes don't do it because they have in abundance. No, but they do it because they know what it means to lack, which is why they do them. And you see, sometimes it is difficult for some of our artists or our people to venture into such situations because of sometimes societal perception. Obi ono nim say the fact says Sammy flex here donation party say wonyana wonyama na ebuso enti okoyadoye, then it becomes another burden on you. On you, the brand na ebe. And sometimes somebody would also feel say, okay, society man the pressure. Say the fact that chemo yadoye means say wonsu at the same space nimbi. Wonsu tu nimbi. Inti wo de Stonebwoy set a foundation. Shatta Wale to skawo. Your friend say street will say akwa de wo ye de. Then at the end of the day they will label him as stingy. Meanwhile, you don't know what probably the person is doing behind the scenes
and what motivates him.
Exactly, what motivates him to also do some of these gestures. D Black, even as one artist, we all know about certain instances whereby he's even paid school fees of some people at the university level. These are ways people reach out to society, and it is like that. Before somebody gets even into that position to say I am extending a helping hand, it always takes some form of help from the society that they come from. Yes, because Chemo Krabeka just said before you become a millionaire, it has to take a lot of interaction between you and other people. And out of that, that is how you even gain certain form of relevance, status, and all that. And sometimes some of these status send you in certain positions where you enjoy certain things that other people don't get. So in order for you to also make, at least give them a level playing field, these are some of the gestures that society expects you,
from you.
Yes, to do. So that at least you say, oh, whoa, ba, you better police escort, pay, no, could do feed them. Be. But at the end of the day, status, you are able to build a school. You are able to
extend
build
it to
build a borehole. Nancy and discuss here Jakapia. Ekosi ultra modern toilet facility.
When him say near wo Kumasi, Obi send me message on Instagram. I say, oh, brother Sammy, please. You said anytime you go to Kumasi, you go through Jackie Appiah, and I'm saying, oh, unfortunately, I did not drive. That's unfortunately, I did not drive. Me for plane. It's that me drive. You go Kumasi there, sir. How there? You have a excursion.
Yeah. You see, it is like that. DJ Mensa Ekwesi Library.
Yes, Ekwesi Library.
And so many people have done some of these things, but then it shouldn't also take away the fact that some people also use it, should I say negatively, in terms of doing social responsibilities. Adam has stated one that has to do with the fact that bonibino, the person would want to do some social responsibility just to save face. What I say, Obi also, it is just to evade tax. and also certain form of indulge in certain form of vices.
I know they want to be fine very tax.
No, certain form of vice. So we know that foundations, most people who set a non-governmental organizations.
Oh, some they like naturally they are not to pay tax.
So it can be an avenue for money laundering.
What can say?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
What can say? What can say?
Yeah, to be you understand? Most foundation may be foundation. Nobody will say Yate foundation. I'll say Yate foundation. I acquire a lawyer 1 and 2. You picture they are 2 online. After that, until foundation, who she beam. And sometimes some of these things open avenues for certain vices in the space.
Okay.
So yes, we will applaud those who are doing it genuinely to help society, because yes, in the society status, but so it will take the stronger ones to help the weaker ones, and it will make it beautiful.
Solid. Beautiful presentation. Same way. Mamiko, intim do the Solomon Chemo Kasawia Nafe ya BA phone lines na tumna on sawa bechawa Chemo. My way.
Interesting. The Shatta Wale. You see, it's a form of corporate social responsibility. Said the Yachechemo Edemaka, I mean the donor. One, I think Edem Yifrim in terms of corporate social, environmental responsibility. When you are in the space, you have to be environmental.
It's in ethics.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a car responsibility.
Then the same way, then human rights will also be there. Like you have to consider those things when you are in the space. We are expecting you to do the right things. So human rights supposed to be part of your responsibility. Don't just treat anybody anyhow and all that. The same with the environment. And you know, a year no from the Shatta Wale, specifically it's about the philanthropical part, philanthropy and all. And when you go there, that's where sometimes the controversy will come in.
Okay.
Some people will think that no, don't do it this way, do it that way.
Okay.
And do it this way, do it that way. No, I may cannot be a set. Obibeka said, why don't you set up a secretariat and then give scholarship to the needy? Or none there. No, why don't you go to the hospital and pay for those who can't pay
their bills? Yeah.
Their bills.
Instead of throwing them on the street.
Throwing them away. No, why don't you set up a foundation that you say that you are fighting malaria in the world or in Africa, so buy mosquito net and share it. Obi abamo wadwene say the person and ntini say uja amanfo say omonchira omadwen fa the Shatta Wale I bet you some people say oh the oil na nye papa identity na obetu sika gu say amanfo mfom ne ade but ni repeat say wan to awu amanfo amfom na or the call hospital for amanfo nkofu bi nso street so e come do
come do mama be wi ade
and no more fan for more street so on fan ko ma or more
hospital
fine but more street so e so bi nso more bibi
okay
engine say obi de ne de be call hospital obi de ne de be mass scholarship obi nso betimi de ne de more street so and do want me new from
evenly distributed
yes obi ane de say the ordinary ne or ma ogidi say obi long because obi obey na adwen say ordinary de be call hospital or perception be and I say or when you some kind of experience be who say this will be a better way for me to spend my money.
Okay.
I don't know they call on. And the obi on also any dey co street or chiche or to be good. And so when say also so a relationship be with the street.
Okay.
Shatta is always saying say I'm part of the street. I move with the street. And you know Shatta will get satisfaction doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because in his head he is helping his people.
Yeah.
Akoya jata enya ya or checking the secret. The guy will
or checking the sales.
Yes, he will be happy for the rest of the day, at least for the month no mudie. Or you secure.
Akwa is what is a Shatta baby.
Yeah.
He will kill to be there.
Because a honor to a baby penny. And I say, wake a crana with near free Shatta on. Bet me there. As starting home,
yes. Will be an another format.
Yes.
Because we bet the quarter and so pure tabidia. I did not speak to Atom.
Yeah. And as I obey Quaco here, yogurt near I'll be one on to
Pasta yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And who do know, won't mean new films there and yet corporate social responsibility. No, it's part of it. And this is the style and the way Shatta chooses on me. And he will also, he gets benefit from it. Because after that, you know, the street will love him even more. Because he's serving them.
Okay.
The way I obey me.
And I think I love one point Adam also made that it makes him viable for businesses.
Yeah, of course.
Anytime you want to do business,
yes,
you know that if I get this man.
Sir, when it comes to activating a product in this country, now also open the masses to know, say you are bringing out something. Now, ube here artists there. Now, sign Shatta Wale who the cover here. Now, say we will be able to seek what to take it to. Because we're proving beyond reasonable doubt. Say, or movie with the masses. Maybe people are coming from all over the place. And then we share almost a demographic in society. And yet one group. So because young guys, you know, and we are phoning
at the point granary. Emruwe ne warm to
where's I want?
So he'll be the best candidate to activate your product. Aha, open so and Sahanema Wayna, what Timmy I achieve, and this is part of it. Sa ina one yan attraction, own yan. I'm for movie towards him. Ninano. Sa gestures we come. Nenum come, said the Oyen and the Nema come. Sikana or to Nenso come. Ninina come who been a 1 year sad and you know, we're building itself for that, and it's working, and you know, we can't take this away from him, and I think it's something good that he is doing for the society and doing for himself. So we should praise him for that. Just that sometimes the security part or the caution part is so all two scandals are only the survival of the fittest or the luckiest one. And they said, "Oh no, bet me, I who be a no. I think they will me twa on to mean to be veggie. Now I throw be the shannon some say take this. And no one have, but apart from that, and they say, to Sana Union, Jana baby." Oh, dear, everybody, your best for tonight.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm now some advice you.
Oh yeah. Individual.
And then yes, Shatta Wale never catch
up. Not at all. It's like going for a certain job with high risk or the hazard that comes with it. And you may be very high, really risky. And then you come out, I will take cautions. And yet the offer of Duman, bachelor, a Duman and is only the tea. Near catch us a Duma, we maybe a 10 be a helmet, then 10 be a year week, 10 be a year week. So one yana be here. One or proud and sunny ya by Dumera necessary. I didn't crown one share arm and I knew in this or two scanner. Just be careful.
Unya, what they are
ma'am, and yes, it can be an idea. My Omodian project is the same as also was setting up scholarship. I know students
never qualified. Michael Black is free.
And you'll be an Ebiaco. And just understand that in a position.
Yeah. Obia send a message be. Na I'm interested in it. Chebona now was in Tabia. Remember I was starting with some 1 minute now my someone count or Ebekambia. I'm taking this angle as well. It is very important that we look at it. He says, this is not social responsibility. That is how he starts. And this is his, the person's argument. Yeah. I say, and it's very wrong. Number one, name it, like bulletin. Number one, I say throwing money into the air could destroy a lot of the CD notes. Want to remember 3 points already. I said throwing money into the air could destroy a lot of the CD notes. And I'll come back and say a lady was arrested in Nigeria because she misused the notes. the note is for the state.
Yeah.
Number 2, or say driving through crowds and throwing money is totally wrong. What if someone chases the money and run into his car? We shouldn't encourage that at all. Jamo, can be na menko phone lines neso.
Yeah, and
also ne point no.
Yeah, and I make can say Udi said the uncle say Ubusa say nipa we say into no say what would be the best way for him to spend that money. Obe can be Obe can be on fan call a SOS like children's home, orphanage. Obi beka oh you for come school. Obi to crab beka see library. Obi beka say see church. Baby. I don't know. The guy was trying to be technical by using the note name. Said the word to me.
I think that the note point is flawed.
Yeah.
I think the second point is heavier than the note point.
Yes.
The note point, they are saying market women crop. They abuse and misuse the note more.
Use the note in a way and say, and they will encourage people to do that.
Of course.
But I want to mean fact. Shatta Wale or the man for or Toma man for they say enuntina unyairo. That's the point. And the point that this is not the right way to do it. I can't fight that much because since any player or can we ubusan is say or become baby I want to be near and the fapo children's home will be because now area more say and half what to add on farm farmer or bushing for bushing for Kwana or show. Make I say despite AC if fear or say or the man
nearby, yeah.
Share a bit more antiasia. Say other was if Yama who's nearby then I over Canada and no night. But I despite here SC police station. I'm a Tessano and not to be so antiasia. And then I won't be see the obey beer.
Okay. All right, Adam. I'm going to the phones now. Yeah.
I think that where the emphasis is, I mean, donating to the people on the street. That is where the focus should be. And yes, he can also be, I mean, measured in how he does it so that it doesn't defeat the purpose. What is the purpose? The purpose is to give to my fans on the street. So if there will be certain barriers which can prevent him from giving to the streets, then it means that goal is not achieved. So I mean the team should always be careful that the dream is or the goal is achieved and not distracted by other things.
Okay. Roland, do you want to also have a bite there?
Perhaps I mean the notion I think says Chemoa can say kasi be more. Yes, I would want to part of the second point, raising and asking the concern. If probably about public property, mean the people's safety and all that. Yes, we can say. And I would advise them to take Chemo's advice. Say, Oshana won't to me, just back off. Yes, that means you are not qualified. Yes, that means you are not qualified.
Any numbers a PZ to the KJT or na ya two sikana minim se barricade bi or the net I barricade bi or na kokrebi or to the hoto ayi net isu net ko from no ko that guy
so it's like that. Even Michael Blanks in school. I would say the only thing that you need to do is to pay attention. Go and see. Even the number of people that they are accommodating is limited.
Okay.
That means you'll be at the Benyabi. And definitely some people will also be on the outside crying.
Okay.
Say, then I won't see from Hase to Kaswa. So it is like that. If you don't qualify, it is unfortunate.
Okay.